morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I first of all want to thank the East Orange Clergy Association for assembling us all here, as they do every year, to commemorate the birthday of Martin Luther King. And it's very prophetic that Reverend Dwight Gill is our speaker of the hour, because Reverend Gill, I'm remembering probably last year, you invited Senator Gill and I to New Hope for a program. I came in the morning, Senator Gill came in the afternoon. And something that I spoke to the congregation at New Hope that morning was, would Dr. Martin Luther King be pleased? And I am going to address my remarks to that same theme we thought about at New Hope. Would Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. be pleased? No, he would not. He was prophetic. He was our drum major. He was our visionary. And he was committed to the cause of not just racial justice, but justice in the human condition. As people of color, we are living in communities that would not have pleased Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. In our state of New Jersey, 26% of children are living in poverty. In our state of New Jersey, we have the 9th highest unemployment rate in the country. In our state of New Jersey, we have the 2nd highest housing foreclosure rate in the country. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would not be pleased. And we are all responsible for not pleasing his memory. He wasn't about material acquisition. He wasn't about success. Today we think because we can eat in restaurants, because we can choose to live in suburban communities, because we can drive whatever car we want, that somehow we have arrived. We have not arrived, and we have not seen the vision that Dr. King set forth for us. Look at the rates of high school graduation amongst our children. Women of color are graduating from college in record numbers, but our young black men are not. What does that say for the future of the black family? We have so many challenges, and each January we proclaim and we profess and we claim the success that Dr. King provided for us. And he left us too early. He was the voice of the vision, but there have not been enough leaders and spokespersons who have come after him to take up the gauntlet in a very self-sacrificial way. Amen. Because what Dr. Martin Luther King did, he sacrificed his life for the cause. That fateful night at the Lorraine Hotel, he knew it was prophetic. He said he wasn't going to get there, but he said he had seen it. Hallelujah. When he wrote his letters from the Birmingham jail, he gave us insight in terms of the challenges represented to us. Right now, the biggest challenge for us in fulfilling his vision is emphasis on educating our people and economic equality. Amen. For the first time in this country's history, we have had the broad economic equality, schism, dating back to the 1800s. There are too many people who are either at the top or at the bottom. There is no middle ground in our country today. And these are things that we don't speak about. I'm very disturbed this morning because just 3 miles away from us, there is a major issue ensuing with the Newark public school system. And 5 of our youngest and brightest principals have been suspended indefinitely, and they have not been told why. But it's because they went to a meeting at Hopewell Baptist Church last Wednesday and stood up and spoke from the pulpit about conditions in the system. Dr. Martin Luther King would not be pleased that a black educator committed and dedicated to improving the lives of our children cannot stand up and speak truth to power. So my message today is pretty much Dr. Martin Luther King would not be pleased. We're here to honor him. We will never forget the contributions he made to the world. But as King himself said, greatness and success are 2 different things. And we need to reach for greatness. And greatness doesn't happen by going with the flow. Greatness doesn't happen by not being courageous. Greatness doesn't happen by looking the other way. When you know there are injustices right within our midst. I challenge everyone in Calvary Baptist Church today to do your part to see that someone is fed, that someone is housed, that someone is educated. And as the Bible teaches us, do not worship false prophets. Thank you.
Praise God. Hallelujah, God. Hallelujah, God. We want to thank all of our community leaders who have gone forward today, because this service is about reminding us that every part of the body has its place of value. Every part of the body is responsible to take part in everything that is going on. I am tremendously grateful for all that have given their remarks, and I'm tremendously grateful for our speaker, Oliver, bringing to our attention about everything that is happening in Newark when it comes to the education. And I want you all to not feel that because that is happening at our neighboring city, that is not our problem. Because 2 out of the 5 principals are East Orange residents, which means that they now are unemployed, which means that they now are not contributing taxes, which means that now our public school system is now being deflated from taxes. So never feel that your neighbor's problem is not somehow or another connected to you. Amen? Amen. And it is also prophetic that awareness would be brought here in Calvary Baptist Church. Because if you go on history.com, to those who are internet buffs and to those who may not be, I ask you to grab one of your young people who can go on that site, like they go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and everything else, and go on to history.com, and you'll find that in the 1900s, 1900s, it was here at this church that the elders of old got together and they decided that they were going to come against racism and discrimination in the city of East Orange when it came to education. It was in this place that the elders got together and brought the first black teacher to East Orange. Before Brown versus Board. So when our elders became a part of that construction to bring about Brown versus Board, they had roots. They have roots. And so we are powerful people. And as that movie Soul Food once said, you know, singly, we can't do much. But together, we can create a mighty fist. Amen? Amen. Amen. At this time, I'm going to ask for our brother, Reverend Floyd Brown, to come and to introduce our preacher. Amen? Amen.